Hi there, it's Jo here with another week ahead reading. So it's a reading for the collective and just checking into the energies of the 6th to the 12th of September. And we're looking at global, local or tribal, and then personal. A bit different this week. So let's have a look at what we've got in store for the week ahead. Kettlebush, persistence. So on a global level, we are either, as a global economy is the word that I'm getting. There's going to be a need for persistence. Now, I don't understand that message, and the thing is, I don't want to clarify the message because this is a group reading, because this is a collective reading. The message needs to stand as it is. So I'm going to leave that hanging there. So see how that comes out. But persistence can come up in all sorts of ways on a global level. And it could be that there's persistent messaging this week from the global collective, and it's coming in persistently for all of us across the globe. So it could be that there's a message that, that we don't want to hear, or a message that is not laying down and dying, it kind of feels like for me around this one. I do feel like there is something here with something that, it's almost ready to drop. It's almost ready to fall. There is something around that, like we're at a point where it's not decaying, but if you're looking at a plant and a plant has all these flowers on it, the flowers are all in different stages. Some are in bud stage, some are open, and some are decaying. And I've got this feeling here about this decaying or droopy kind of energy that's happening with this kettlebush, and there is something that's ready to drop, ready to fall away. On a global level. So that's an interesting message, and we'll just have to wait and see how the week pans out. On a tribal level, it's a funny word that I've used, but I was calling it local, and the message was that it didn't necessarily fit for everybody. So I'm calling it tribal because it may fit with people. And what I mean by that is your tribe of people, this is what's happening with them. And that could be your family and friends, that could be your spiritual group, that could be, whoever it is for you. So this is 5 corners. This is all about self-esteem. And the card actually says it's about development, which I find really, really interesting. To me, this feels like people are getting ready for something. It feels like a gathering, a community, and it feels like everybody's starting to feel the same way, and I really quite like that. There's a lot of repetition in the shapes here, and they're all coming forward. They're coming to the foreground, and it feels like people are getting ready to support each other, to move mountains is what I feel, and that this feels like your soul community, your soul group, your soul tribe. This is how you're feeling within that group. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that anything happens in this week. What this is the feeling of this starting, or it's not the start of it, it is the progression of it, it is movement of it, it is you're starting to see the fruits of the labor. Whatever the group is doing, it's starting, the momentum is shifting, and there's a change here, which I really like. It feels really positive and really good. Now, I thought there was one card here, but no, there's 2. Okay, so what have we got? We have native passion flower, and then we have tea tree, which is atonement. Is that attainment, sorry, and this is love. And look at the brightness of this beautiful passion flower here, and this is on a personal level. And before I come to this card, I'm just going to stick with this one for now, but the 2 flowers here, the stamens, whatever you want to call them, there's such a thrust and a movement forward. So I feel like you personally in your relationships this week, whether this is a partner that you live with, or someone that you're wanting to connect with, or a work partner, a business partner, whatever this is for you, this is a good, strong week to make some, to move ahead, both of you, in the same direction, and to make some different connections, some some new growth feels like it's coming in here, but you're also both moving in the same direction. It feels really open and it feels very supportive for breaking new ground together. Now, the message that's tied with this is tea tree and attainment, which is a great message coming underneath or with this love. You know, it's got the 5 petals, which is, you know, mind, body, spirit, you know, your head and your body is connected, which is great. There is this beautiful flowering tea tree, and there's a lot of them, you know, so it's supportive energy. And this is talking about attaining something. So perhaps your love relationship or this relationship that we're talking about, perhaps it's moving to a new level, perhaps it's deepening, perhaps, you know, there's some significant movement, progression, you know, all those sorts of words are being sort of used here. And it feels also, I just want to come to this card now. This card had a lot of space in it and a lot of forward movement. There's a thrust moving forward, and a clear space. This card, on the other hand, is quite crowded. So there may be a point in this week in your personal relationships where you may feel a little bit overwhelmed and burdened by the relationship. It doesn't mean that it's not moving ahead and moving, you know, and looking good, but there may be this feeling here of being, you know, crowded in by whether it's family, friends, whatever it is. Could be work people that we're looking at here, but there is this feeling of perhaps being hemmed in by others. So just take that as it, you know, as it resonates for you, because it won't relate to everybody in the same way. Now I just want to have a look at all the cards together and just sort of reflect on what we're looking at here. So on a global level, there is going to be, you know, the persistence of something that we're probably, you know, all not going to love, which we probably all know what that is. There's an elephant in the room that I'm not going to call out. And then this on your tribal level or local level feels really positive, feels really fresh and vibrant. And similarly, so does your relationship with your partner or the prospect of one coming in, you know, feels really supportive here. Now, for those people who may not be partnered, this energy here feels like this doesn't necessarily mean you'll find somebody that you're looking for this week, but it feels like that you and the person that you're going to partner with are both starting to look for each other. Like it feels like you're both in the same boat. It feels like you're both ready now. And so that's, you know, so for those people, this might be that you're going to a gathering where it feels like it's too crowded because there's too many people, something along those lines. But this is a really, it feels very hopeful for lots of partnerships there. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining me again. As always, please remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more weekly readings like this. If you like them, let me know in the comments below, and pick a card readings on a Friday. As always, please follow me on Facebook, Creative Empowerment Australia, if you would like to keep updated with all of the things that I am doing soon. Oh, and if you would like a private reading, there is a link in the description box below. See you soon. Bye for now.